Ashley, I'll be ballin'. Today's, video will be about the Waltons, Bill Walton and Luke Walton. Bill Walton, he recently passed this year, so it's going to be, like a tribute to him. And, we're going to look at highlights, from UCLA, Trailblazers, the Clippers, the Celtics. We're going to also look at Luke Walton, with, the Lakers. And we're going to look at funny moments with Walton and, like a little documentary, just for 5 minutes of the documentary that I found on Luke Walton. So let's get started.
Stopped us all in our tracks yesterday, and that is that the Hall of Famer Bill Walton died at the age of 71 after a prolonged battle with cancer. Where do you begin about his career? First off, as a player, dominant center at UCLA, won 2 national championships, player of the year 3 times, universally considered perhaps the first or second greatest college player that ever lived, that went on to the NBA, won a championship in Portland in 1977, then a variety of injuries, but came back as a 6th man and won another title with Boston in 1986. As impressive as he was on the court, though, there were generations who don't remember that and only knew him for his infectious personality. He was a national treasure as a broadcaster. Many of the years he did that were for us right here on ESPN. Simply put, there was nobody like Bill Walton.
I think a lot of people figure that I win all the games, but really it was more the other guys than me. I played the best of my ability all the time. People ask me questions, I tell them honest answers.
First championship at UCLA, that was big, wasn't it?
That was big, but the second one was nicer.
I've never coached a better player, I've never coached a better competitor, and I've never coached a better person than Bill Walton.
Bill.
I wrote happy.
Thank you, Boston. You're wonderful. Now let's go win a basketball game right now.
With enthusiasm and emotion, I could let my personality out and be very free on the basketball court.
Sometimes the lights all shine on me.
Gotta have right feeling you could hear it.
Take a bite out of it while it's lit.
While it's lit?
Say, oh, I'm kidding. Let me get out of your shot here. Great to see you, Snoop.
Well, Snoop and I go way back. Snoop and I go way back.
Ready to go? I'm ready.
This is called the Rocket Snoop.
Got Jake Garcia on it. Please.
Yeah,
That's a jerk.
National Popcorn Day, please. Party on. Physical nature of the Wildcats coming right in there. Claws flailing. Steve Miller, soar like an eagle. Yeah. Steve Miller, he's a Texan, right? Willie Nelson.
I was out this morning talking to Stevie Ray and to Willie,
Yeah.
and I found something here. We were on the grass, and this was wet line there, this piece of wood with some telangias growing on it.
And this is how you use this dirt.
No.
You do it like this, you get it, you sort of rub it on, you get it, and then you just sort of, okay, now I'm ready to go. I wish it could have lasted longer. Unfortunately, it didn't. But all good things and all good times, and we'll get there soon.
And Bill was, when he was a child, he had a bad start.
Oh, he had a bad stutter as a child, okay. I remember many times, turning on ESPN, the game would be, boring, or, not a popular, game, popular teams. But if Bill Walton was one of the, speakers and commentators and analysts, I would listen, because he would just say wild stuff and funny stuff, and he would keep you entertained. He would, he would be more entertaining than the actual game, And, well, I see a lot of different, tributes. I tried to pick out the best ones. This is the one from UCLA. Oh, but before I do that, here is what, as far as like the Waltons, the family, right? After the 2010 NBA Finals, Luke Walton, and Bill Walton, right, became the first father and son to win multiple NBA championships. Bill won 1977 and 1986, and Luke won in 2009 and 2010. So that is like a major dope stat.
Bill Walton, you're a UCLA class of 1974. Time to throw it down. Let's go.
My dreams came true. I got to come to UCLA. I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
A night of the full moon, the werewolves of London, of Westwood. What do you call the thing right here?
An accident.
An accident.
Why do you like pull on that?
That's in my head.
You're not going to punch me in the face. No.
Welcome.
Mr. Champions, no truck stops here. There's nothing more fun than the job that I have. I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
First time I was ever in Hawley Pavilion. Oh my gosh. The crowd, the remarkable building, and then the spirit and the enthusiasm of the band and the cheerleaders.
And it's our turn. It's our turn to shine. It's our turn to take that ball and to throw it down and to come and make that ball an extension of our mind.
Thank you, Bill. Always a pleasure.
You are spectacular.
Thanks, Bill. See you next time.
I said to myself, wow, I have found my home forever.
He always, sounds, happy. He seems just like a great guy to be around. Always positive, smiling, grateful. This is the Trailblazers tribute.
Under a minute.
Hi, I'm Bill.
We're just going to come here and try to work as hard as we can in the limited amount of time that we have, and try to come together as a team, because we do have a lot of talent out here. We're just going to try to bring it all together. That's why we're going to be working hard here.
I've never coached a better player, I've never coached a better competitor, and I've never coached a better person than Bill Walton.
This is a tremendous honor for me as an individual. Start me up. Don't let me ever stop. The city of Rose is here, the people of the state of Oregon have stood behind me, stood with me, stood in front of me. Their love and support has carried me through.
Whenever you're part of something that's that special, it stays with you for the rest of your life.
Just when you test everybody,
Thank you, Portland. Thank you, Oregon. Thank you, Blazer Maniacs. It's because of you that this entire empire of Blazer Mania even exists. Thanks for your kindness. Thanks for your generosity. Thanks for your imagination, your passion, your exuberance. But mostly, thank you for our lives.
Obviously, hey, look, this is dope. One with the Blazers in 1977, so it must have been the Celtics next. Vibrant personality, upbeat, larger than life. Exactly. That's how you would describe him. One of the greatest centers. Yeah, icon, leadership, tenacity on the court. Yeah. And he looks like he embraces the community in every team he was on. From what I understand, he was just an all-around player. Like, he didn't have any weaknesses. Passing, post moves, blocking shots. This is the
Hall of
Celtics.
Famer, most valuable player, and two-time NBA champion Bill Walton, who passed away last week. Bill was a champion at every level and the embodiment of unselfish team play. He derived great joy from basketball and music and deeply cherished his moments with teammates, friends, and family. We are proud to call him one of the greatest Celtics who ever lived. And now, we ask you to join the entire NBA family in a moment of silence in honor of Bill Walton. Thank you. We now celebrate Bill's wonderful life and legacy.
From UCLA.
I think what made that team so special was its ability to play any kind of style. Red came back on the phone to me and he said, okay, we'd love to have you. I was ready to come that moment as soon as he said, yes, I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
I looked into his eyes. I saw fierce pride and fierce determination.
The amount of work, the amount of pain, just the effort winning all season long. For 9 long years to get back to this moment.
I've been part of some of the great teams in the history of basketball. UCLA, the Portland Trailblazers, and the Boston Celtics.
Put me in, coach. I am ready to play. Go Celtics, go. What a team, what a franchise, what a history, what a present, what a future. I am the luckiest guy on earth.
It's hard to like put it, everything into like. Oh, I wanted you guys to see when he blocked Kareem's skyhook, because that's like an impossible shot to block. But yeah, it's impossible to like. These tributes are like a couple minutes long. It's whoever put it together. Great job.
In the middle of the season, we couldn't wait to show them our shiny new 7-foot red-headed toy.
Red-headed toy? What the?
Walton blocked Kareem's skyhook.
Okay, I like that.
And totally dominated the game.
Working on the custom again. It's blocked by Walton. He blocked that goal. Oh, and he charged up. Walton playing like this tomorrow.
That's what you need. You need that. That's what a lot of players lack now. That passion. That passion. So, I'll let you guys look at Luke Walton. A Laker fan made this a while back. And then we'll circle back to Bill Walton because he also played for the Clippers. You know what? Let me. Bill Walton. Clippers. Tribute. But they were in San Diego, and he was like injured. This is like a tribute that I found before. This is a tribute before he passed. So, but then I'll probably let you guys see Luke Walton, because even though he wasn't as good as his pops, he wasn't as good as his pops, but he still, contributed to winning. Great utility player. Could start, come off the bench. Didn't matter.
I took two things that I love. Dance.
So I feel like, he's definitely like the ultimate glue guy, role player.
Ballin, I'm the big redhead, Bill Walton.
The big redhead.
He was the best player in basketball. There was no question about it. I thought, get Bill Walton, for crying out loud. This hometown hero, MVP,
just a year ago, everybody was like, oh, this is it. We got Bill Walton, Bill Walton. It was big news. I remember they had a skywriter along the beach, right? Welcome home, Bill.
When you had a chance to pick up a player like Bill Walton, it didn't matter what the price was.
Commissioner Larry O'Brien had the right, when a free agent left the team, he could arbitrarily decide what the compensation was.
Equal compensation, equal. And who knows what that means? We lost 3 or 4 players, really good players for Bill.
They just ripped the team apart, taking Randy Smith and taking Kevin Kunert and taking Kermit Washington. The team was then stripped. The afternoon that we introduced him as a Clipper at the sports arena, he gets down, he can be sitting next to me in this booth while everybody just kind of celebrating the moment. And he says, "Hey Rob, I gotta run." "What's up?" "I gotta go to the hospital, have my foot operated." I go, "Oh man."
Bill didn't play a whole lot, but when he played, man, we beat the Lakers, we beat everybody. When Bill was healthy.
Slowly getting the offense.
We only saw like flashes, like just moments. You said, "Oh wow," and this is unbelievable.
They go to Walton. He's triple teamed, almost loses it. That's what I mean. That was a real smart.
Giannis be doing that.
He's the greatest player I've ever seen play, ever. And I'm talking about Kareem, Magic. I'm talking about Dr. J, George Gervin. I played with all of those guys. Bill Walton is the one you want on your team.
There wasn't one thing Bill Walton couldn't do. The guy, he was a great defender.
He was unbelievable for them 2 months that he came back and tried to from his foot injury. Unbelievable.
Walton on a little pick and roll. Excellent pass. Walton, good ball.
He was the ultimate franchise player.
Good rebound.
Walton down low, hits off the basket.
No one loves to play the game more than Bill. If there's one thing Bill wanted to do, it's be out on the court playing basketball and winning. I felt bad for him. I heard from Bill during that time.
He never had like a full season in San Diego where you go, okay, this is what we bargained for.
I enjoyed playing with him just that little bit of time. If we had more time, we could have done a whole lot.
And it would have been a tremendous ball club, but Bill just never, ever shot really well.
We would have been thinking about winning championships if Bill would have been healthy. He was that great of a player.
It's possible, the Clippers would have won a championship. So let's do the Walton. Luke Walton, don't stop. Kobe J. I don't know about this music though, I don't know about that music. But yeah, so while we watch these Luke Walton highlights, muting the music, okay, he was a good passer as well. Played for Arizona. And obviously he's been a coach, coached in the NBA. He's an assistant coach now. Been a head coach for a couple of teams like the Kings, the Cavs. But yeah, that IQ runs in his DNA, in his veins, that passing. Because, ultimate team player. Oh, that was a nice wraparound pass. Look at Brian Cook. But it's nice to see all these past legends, that you used to watch. Shaq, these legendary teams, Celtics, Lakers, right? Larry Bird. And, I want to know, for people who like to do these NBA debates, is he the greatest center of all time? We know he's one of the greatest centers of all time and one of the greatest players of all time. But where would you rank him? Top 5 center? Top 3 center? You know? Or is he the best center ever? You know? And there's a lot. There's Kareem and there's more. There's many, many more. And of course, it depends on, you know, positions, you know. Like people say Tim Duncan is more so power forward than later on in his career center, you know. As we look at, look at the Bucks old floor, green and purple. That's great. If you notice, he got some nice post moves. He must get it from his daddy, stunting like his daddy. Good post moves, good floater, good slashing, good around that rim. Also, you know, where does he rank of players of all time? Is he the greatest, like, you know, that dude in the video said, or is he, you know, top 10, top 5, you know? You know, I want to hear it in the comments, you know, hear it in the comments. And, you know, Luke Walton, he's around like 6'8", you know. Check out the jumper, check out the J. Like father, like son. Staples Center. Looking at these old jerseys, classic jerseys, old floors, the Lakers' old floor, and you could tell by watching the Bill Walton highlights of how vintage and classic it is, just from the different videos and cameras they could have, you know. Okay, good, you got the contact, you know where you are on the rim, you know. I feel like Luke Walton is like me. You know, I was never a star player. I'm just a role player. Just a role player. That's it. But you need those players, those unsung heroes, right? So let's check out the 2004. I had to be in middle school. But NBA Finals when Luke Walton was a rookie. Check it out, check it out.
Ben Wallace underneath. Gives it to Williamson. He can't get it to drop.
You let her down. We're looking at these points that you're putting up right now. And it has to be dropped.
Look at Gary Payton.
And it'll be a little crazier because that gives Luke Walton the opportunity to score his first ever points in an NBA Finals.
I like the substitution by Phil Jackson putting in Luke Walton, because Luke Walton is one of those players that makes things happen, and right now you need your other guys to make things happen.
And he makes another thing happen right there. Offensive.
See, they need guys to create plays. Luke Walton is one of those guys that can do that. He's going to come in, he's going to give great energy, he's going to fight guys down on the post. He's bringing energy right now. You can feel it right now in this arena, right when Luke Walton walked on the
Bill, the real deal.
Walton. 8 on the shot clock.
Good
Cross-court.
pass.
Kareem Rush for 3.
Oh, I remember Kareem Rush.
That's why the Minnesota Timberwolves are at home right now.
Yeah, and that pass
unbelievable
from Luke Walton.
Look at Rick Fox.
Detroit up by 1.
Derek Fisher.
A little under 9 to go in the half.
The Shaq attack, Shaq food. Okay.
Open is Walton. And he's become, as we said before, a very good three-point shooter.
He really has. And we watched him earlier in the year. When Luke Walton was drafted, he was a 15-foot shooter at best and inconsistent there. We've watched him all year spend hours on working on that three-point shot, and now it's paying dividends.
You know, it sounds like denial to me.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what's going on. BD is telling Karl Malone, you should sit out the rest of this game and let's check it. And Karl Malone is saying no. Oh, my.
Luke Walton
is creating.
Luke Walton is now the Lakers' leading scorer. He did not play in Game 1. He has 7. And the sound of Luke
Didn't play in game one. Stay ready.
Now this is coast to coast. No one stop the basketball. That's the first thing you learn in camp. You have to stop the ball first to make him move it. Luke Walton knew that, took it to the basket, and he's 3 for 3 right now.
The Lakers on the floor right now. Hamilton has 6 points. Walton, who has 7, was leading scorer in the game, gets an assist on the basket by O'Neal.
You know, Al, the Lakers needed someone other than Kobe or Shaq, not only to score, but to create buckets.
Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton.
I remember him. Started with Luke Walton.
Mid-range.
Really has it taken away. No fouling them from way outside. O'Neal misses, and the Warren is there for the
Tyshawn
board.
Prince, the defensive
In this
stopper.
game and in game one, this game also,
Ben Wallace,
the
defensive
Pistons
stopper.
have played great defense, but so have the Lakers tonight, and that's why they're winning this game.
For the Pistons, again, Rasheed Wallace, as was the case in the first game, on the bench. He's been out since the 3 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the opening period. Bryant is free.
Look at Bryant, Kobe 8, the great.
You know, the Lakers have been known for their great runs to end quarters, and right now, they're on one. Oh, you can see Karl Malone has no lip.
And Bryant goes high in the air to take it away. Walton.
He's confident.
Underneath. O'Neal.
He's confident. He called for the ball. Good pass, good playmaking. Look at Bill. Proud father.
Now has 5 assists.
Proud father. Jack Nicholson on the sideline.
Detroit's first lead since it was 30-29. Rush. Got it. 71-70. Fisher, he's got Wallace on him
outside. Give it to Walton. They're not respecting him.
Now Wallace switches off underneath. Kobe takes it. Not too many guys make that shot.
No, not too many guys make that catch out or that shot. But I tell you, this last minute and a half has been caused by going small. The substitution by Phil
Is
Jackson.
it me or does the commentator sound like Doc Rivers?
Take possession right here.
The Bucks coach.
On the shot.
Inside, gets doubled.
Okay.
Walton. O'Neal.
He could have easily took that 3, but he said, nah.
Kobe Bryant has 7 points. They have all 16.
Give it to the big man. Nice.
Amazing.
Nice for your first final game, man. Definitely helped him.
What a game. Auburn Hills is next.
Definitely helped him. So, we're going to look at Luke Walton before the bigs. Just a small clip, not a huge. There's 4 parts to this, but we're just looking at the last part.
Outgoing probably than Luke was initially, and some guys that just connect immediately. And those guys connected immediately on that weekend. I'm sure that had a lot.
Look at Richard Jefferson.
Luke was initially, and some guys that just connect immediately. And those guys connected immediately on that weekend. I'm sure that had a lot to do with our getting both of them.
The question is, was Luke real outgoing when he got here? And I would say not really, but he blossomed as everybody does when they come to college.
I remember he came home one summer after his freshman and sophomore year, and he kind of was talking all the time and kind of telling stories and being an outgoing person. I don't know if Richard was there or Jefferson or not, but I asked him, I said, hey, what happened to Luke? You know, and he said, I think for the first time in his life, he kind of had to talk because you guys weren't here to talk for him, and now he's not so afraid of talking to people. So.
After 2 years as a top backup, Luke broke into the Wildcat starting lineup as a junior in the 2001-2002 season, leading Arizona in assists, rebounds, and he also finished second in scoring. After a solid senior season, he was firmly established as a legitimate NBA prospect.
We loved having him. Great young man. Great team attitude. great work ethic. I can't think of anything about Luke that I would want to change.
What awaited Luke next was NBA Draft Night 2003 and the possibility of following in his father's footsteps.
And the Celtics like me. I knew a couple other teams were interested, but none of them told me they were going to take me. So I'm sitting there just watching teams get picked and players get picked, and I have my brothers in the background, you know, yelling every time someone else gets picked that he sucks. And I'm just like, please shut up. Like, I just want to be in a room by myself right now.
Hey, with the 32nd pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Luke Walton from the University of Arizona.
They call my first name. By the time they even get to my last name, my brothers are all on top of me, and we're all smiling and laughing and jumping around. It ended up being one of the best days of my life.
We were so happy when we just kind of started screaming and yelling, you know, like, wow, Lakers.
It was so fun. I mean, whoever thought Luke was going to be a Laker?
Over the years, as he established himself as the consummate team player and a fan favorite, Luke Walton escaped the shadow of his father to create his own identity as a basketball player.
It's nice to be remembered as Luke Walton, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm not going to lose sleep over wondering what people are going to remember me as. It is nice to, you know, hear people say, you know, you've gotten out of the shadow of your dad. That's still nice to hear. I said, this guy's going to be in the league a long time if he can avoid injuries. When he's on the floor, every guy on that court is going to be a better player because he's there.
You know, we need more like him. We need more like Luke, because he plays the game the right way, he acts the right way. He's a great role model for young people. He's living his dream. Like, how many people figure out their dream at age 6, and then they're 26 and they're living their dream?
That's a little something. We're gonna circle back with Bill Walton and, you know, his college days, his Bruin days.
I always told Bill what he represented to me was a rebel with a cause.
I grew up in an environment where I was encouraged by my parents to question authority.
He let his hair grow long, and he said, you don't have a right to tell me how long to grow out my hair. And I said, no, I just have a right to say who's going to play. Well, we miss you.
This is crazy, this is horrible.
Marcus Johnson, what up?
Here was an older guy, a great coach, a young, great player. He wanted to win and wouldn't want to win. Maybe that may have been the only thing they had in common.
Walton relented with his coach, and with trembling locks, led the UCLA Bruins to 3 seasons of almost unparalleled success. Along the way, he revolutionized the center position.
You have some big guys that can score, you have some big guys that pass, you have big guys that can run. Bill had the whole package.
If you would take all the fundamentals you would want in a center or post player, shooting, free-throw shooting, passing, rebounding, I think Bill, healthy, would rate higher than any player.
He was incomparable. He had a presence on the court that was so intimidating and engulfing. This cloud hung over the gym wherever he was.
So that ball's visible, he could just leap right off of that position without having to gather to come up. Every night you would see something different with Bill Walton.
What really made him special is the way he passed the ball. And people around him got better.
He had the ability to time his leap so that he caught the rebound and turned his upper body, had the facility to throw that great outlet pass.
When you play with great players every night, you look and say, gosh, man, how does he do that on a consistent basis?
Despite his carefree exterior, Walton was driven by perfection, and in 3 years he averaged 20 points and 16 rebounds while leading UCLA to 2 national championships.
First of all, his attitude. I mean, he was hungry, you know, to be the best.
I was not a fun person to be around before the games, during the games, because I had to win.
having the chance to be in the game was always a privilege that was earned through fulfilling your obligations first as a student and second as a human being.
Before playing a huge role in UCLA's record 88-game winning streak, Walton had a streak of his own. He won his final 49 games in high school.
Addicted to winning and hates to lose, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're gonna see Trailblazer highlights. The red and the black. Ooh, poster. From blue and yellow to red and black. Great color schemes.
Doctor match against Walton, and Reed will check back in. Left baseline, outside shot steal. And Walton was down and Irving went up, and here's Walton back in the turn gate and save with wings on him. Walton at the top of the circle, hits the first shot of the second half.
There's nothing he couldn't do. Covers up a lot of ground. Long wingspan, smart player.
To Davis. Davis with that great quickness turnaround on Collins. Walton keeps it alive.
You better bring your A game going up against him. Nice pass. And you better bring his A game, your A game if you a teammate. Because he hate to lose. You better bring your A game. But then he's like, I don't care if my teammates miss. I'll just get a rebound. Okay, nice. That's a nice fake. He can read where the ball's coming. Also, I want to know, what hairstyle do you like the best? You know, like, he has different beard styles, different hairstyles. You know, he was a redhead, which I find interesting. These are some Celtics highlights too. I find it interesting because, you know, each style, each beard, each Lincoln type beard and red style, or, you know, it fit him. It doesn't look like out of place, you know. It looks like him, you know. Oh, there go Larry Bird passing it to him. There we go. Celtics. He just wasn't healthy a lot for San Diego Clippers. But if he was, they probably would have won a championship. But, you know, that happens. And, you know, you can't really control injuries. I mean, you can try your best. Consider subscribing. It says consider subscribing, so I'm gonna subscribe. A lot of great videos. Back Rim Basketball, I'm subscribing because they do have a great highlights. Definitely got some great highlights. And last but not least, you know, this is gonna be our last video. This is gonna be talking about, you know, him being a clutch player. Clutch. At the end, clutch.
Bill Walton, in my opinion, was great on both ends of the court. I mean, he was a great defensive player as well as a great offensive player.
Extremely intelligent player, and probably the most impressive thing was he was such a competitor.
If you would take all the fundamentals you would want in a center or post player, shooting, free throw shooting, passing, rebound, all those things, I think Bill Walton would rate higher than any player that's ever played.
We went out there and we just did everything we could to uphold the honor, integrity, and pride of UCLA, and to take John Wooden's message, to take his style, his philosophy to the world through the game of basketball.
Bill Walton enjoyed a spectacular career at UCLA. 3 times he was named All-America. 3 times he was named Sporting News Player of the Year. His team won 86 games and lost only 4. There's one game that stands out in his career. It would have to be the 1973 NCAA Finals against Memphis State.
Bill Walton got the Bruins off right by controlling the tip. Walton put the Bruins in front by 4 with a 12-foot bank shot.
Pressure was something that I learned over the course of my childhood to really thrive on. I loved it. So that by the time I got to UCLA, pressure, that was something that we wanted.
We want that pressure. I know me, I'd be like, no, I don't want no stress and pressure. They like, give it to me. I'm thriving it.
I also like that concept of just being able to catch it and guide it into the basket as opposed to having to bring it down and make it foul or something. So we started doing that play, and I believe it might have been 6 times consecutively. I just came down and threw the ball up, and he scored.
We were running the same play over and over, and so during one of the timeouts, Greg Lee looked at the coach and looked around at all of us and said, "Hey, coach, Bill is shooting every single time down. He's got a ton of points. We're up by 25 already. Can we run another play?" And Coach Wood looked at Greg, looked at all of us, and said, "Why?"
If they can't stop it, why stop? Why
If it was
stop?
21 for 22, I kid Bill when I see him now and then and say, "Bill, my defense made you real famous."
Walton missed only 1 shot on his way to scoring 44 points, and the Bruins broke open a game that was tied at halftime to beat Memphis State 87-66 and claim their 7th straight national title.
It was just a game where it all came together, and even though I had 21 baskets that night, this was UCLA basketball, not Bill Walton basketball.
By the end of the tournament, the Bruins' record-setting winning streak had reached 75 games, and their equally impressive title run stood at 7.
Great videos, great tribute videos, great highlights. Highlighted, college, pros, his son. I love it.
If you or
I just think Bill Walton on the court was an amazing, one of the greatest players ever in college and in the pros. And then, there's what ifs. Like, his resume would be even better if he wasn't injured, And then to have a son, show off. He definitely played like his father. Got the curly hair, the passing, the ultimate teammate, competitor, passion. Got it all from his pops, And I just feel like, Bill, I loved his personality. That's what I know mostly for, because I wasn't playing in the 7. I wasn't born right, so I didn't see him play, but. I saw highlights before, and, whenever he's like, calling the Arizona game or a UCLA game on ESPN, I would tune in because he would just say ridiculous things, funny things, and you saw his, personality, and it was infectious, it was great, the game was, better, but, I thank you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And, there's more Family Ballers. Check out the playlist to see all the other ballers, Shaq kids, all the kids, LeBron, Chris Paul, all the, greats that we used to grow up watching have kids now, and they're balling, right? Past, present, future, right? And so, I'm just going to keep finding more and more, discovering more and more daily, because, sometimes the popular ones, but then there's some that you don't really know, like even role players are having, kids and they're balling out, and so it's like you find more and more daily, but yeah. When you guys see this, it's going to be New Year's or New Year's Eve, so make sure everybody stay safe and have, a good 2025. I hope everybody stay blessed and be grateful for and count your blessings for what happened in 2024. And, let's just try to keep going up. Thank you for subscribing and watching and liking and commenting on my page and my channel and Facebook community groups. Thanks for your support, and I pray that everybody have a good 2025. Bigger and better. Whatever you did in 2024, top that. Keep going. And if you had a hard, year, keep going. Because, there's going to be rain. Then after that, it's going to be sunshine. Just keep going. And also stay ballin'. And I'm out. Peace. Thanks.